Hello and welcome to Free Loudspeaker Plan website. This is the video tutorial automation level 5, and this automation level is more focused on advanced users, because in general advanced users will use a kind of engineering tool like design of experiments or even Taguchi or any other methodology that they can change the input values and based on the methodology figure out what is the best result. So the amount of simulation sometimes can be very long, and in order to support that, this automation lab will speed up a lot. In this sense, I prepared this simulation matrix just as an example. There is no meaning behind the numbers. It's just to show you how this automation level works. So here, for each line, we have one simulation condition. As you can see, we are changing cab width, we are changing L1, we are changing horn angle, we are changing baffle size. And we are combining those chains for all those 6 cases, and we will compare the response for all the cases. So how can we generate a simulation very fast for all those cases? First of all, in the sketch macro, we have this line 31 that we need to modify, and we need to indicate here the full path and name for the no dialog macro. Let's do that. So here is the folder where I'm saving the macros. So I will get the full path name. You just copy and paste the full path name in your Explorer as we did in the previous example. So I'm pasting here, and then I need to copy the file name with the extension, and I'm putting here. Then I need to remove the number sign at the beginning of the line, because the line becomes green, and green means it's just a comment. That line will not be executed. And removing that sign, now the line will be executed. Okay. Now I will modify the sketch macro, creating the cases we are indicating here. So previously in the level 4, our sketch was just changing the dimensions of the drawing, and we were alternating the macro. The sketch macro changed the dimensions, and the no dialog macro save the text file. Now I'm asking the sketch macro to trigger the other macro. So this macro will run the dimensions change, and will also run the other macro. So with a single click, I can change the dimensions, and I can save the txt file for the horn rasp. And what I do is copy and paste this to be executed many different times. Let me adjust here, just because I think I copied more than I should. This header here is not needed. Okay, so the first case is the baseline, so I don't need to change. The second case, I need to change the L1. So the L1 becomes 90. Okay, so I will copy and paste. Now the line 2, I need to change the cabin width. Okay. I need to keep the L1. I need to increase the horn angle to 18. And I need to increase the baffle size. It will be 885. Okay. So I have case 0, case 1, case 2. Let's go to the case 3. Cab width still 600. The L1 now is 80. The horn angle is 18. And the baffle size is the same. Okay, it's ready. Now I will go to the case 4. The case 4, the cab width also increases again. And then the L1 will be reduced again to 70. The horn angle increased to 20. And the baffle size also increased to 900. Here we go. And the last case, the line number 5, we have the cab width the same as line 4. We reduce even more L1. The horn angle increase again 2 degrees. And the baffle remains the same. So we have here in the sketch macro 6 cases. Okay. And I will also open here the folder where the files should be saved to be imported from the Horn Rasp. So let me trigger the macro. Just 1 second. Let's go. So now the macro is working, and as you can see, all the 6 cases was generated. Now what I do? Let me go to the Horn Rasp, create a new file. Let me call it test L5. I will import the 0. Okay, we can put a name, case 0. I will import case 1, case 1. I will import case 2. I will import case 3. I will import case 4. And I will import case 5. Okay, so I have all the 6 cases here, and I will start to run the simulations. So the case 5, it's running. Okay, let me just setting to see the acoustic power all the time. Let me run the simulation again. Here we go. This is the result. I'm not judging if it's good or if it's bad. I'm just showcasing the automation level 5. So let's export sound pressure level and phase. Let's call it automation AL5 C5 for case 1. Case 5, sorry. Okay. Let's go to the case 4. Okay, export. Let's call it case 4. Save it. Let's go to the case 3. Okay, file, export. This is the case 3. Save. Case 2. Okay, export. This was the case 2. Case 1. Okay. And let's go to the baseline or case 0. Case 0. Okay, that's it. All cases were saved. So I will go in that page, just 1 second. I will get those files. When exporting, the files will be in the export folder from HornRasp. The cases are here. I will just bring to the desktop. Now I will be using the RunEQ wizard. I will import frequency response. Let me go to my desktop. Okay, case 0. Let me import case 1. Let me import case 2. Let me import case 3. Let me import case 4. Let me import case 5. And I can click here, all SPL. So as we can see here, we can overlap all the simulations result, and you can compare which one gives you the best result. And by doing that, you save a lot of time, so you can check this video again and count how long it takes to run those 6 simulations. You can program to run even more if you want to. So I think this automation level, where you are able to change the loudspeaker dimension and at the same time to generate the export data for HornRasp in one single click, it saves you a lot of time. And I hope you can enjoy and using this feature in your loudspeaker optimization and design routine. So that's it. Thank you so much and see you soon.